Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to part 3 of Blackburn Old Cemetery at Rowley. Now, I've just been talking to a guy down there, if you can see him, with his dog. And he was saying to me, you know, I was just showing him then a little bit of my photographs I've been taking and things like that. And he was mesmerised. The cast iron work we just seen in part 2. He said he's been walking through this cemetery for a lot of years. He said he's never noticed it. So anyway, I was showing him. He was saying, what a gem. Well, I think so as well. We had a good conversation with him. Anyway, God bless him. Anyway, come on, let's move on. Now, I thought that little gravestone sticking out of oak grass, I thought it was an ark, but it's not. I did actually think it were an ark, but it's not. Anybody's ever seen these on end of in this graveyard? This is where you come when you're going to the main place at the bottom and you come to find a grave with its number. These are what give you your numbers. Anyway, sorry for the car. Anyway, come on, let's go up here. Very hilly here. Lots of hills to go up. Sorry for the wind, if you can hear a little bit of wind coming through. There's one particular grave I've come to see up here, but I'll leave that for a surprise for you all. It's been documented. I think it's been documented pretty heavily actually, but I want to document it, put it in my local archive. Look at that gravestone there. Anyway, I've spotted a grave over here in distance. This is what I mean about me keep getting sidetracked. Still got some of its cast iron rail round, so we'll go and have a look at that as well. Excuse me. Tap 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 on gravestone. Brandon Lee the Crow. Go on, tap 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 for me. So if any of you have never watched Brandon Lee the Crow, you want to watch it? Now there's only a little bit of this rail left, but I thought come and document this little thing as well. Look at the ornateness in it. And you can see where it used to be. Not corners and in the middle there and at the end. But look at that. How ornate they are. You know, it's a shame that there's only a little bit left, but all the same, it's still good to document. Come on, let's get that back down to this path and start working our way up. In fact, let me have a look at this stone. What these crows were on. you see the old leather lettering? See all the little circles? It's like they plug them in. Like the little pins at back. Anyway, I want to see this. To see what this grave is. Because there was crows on it and, you know, it doesn't say Brandon Lee on it. Alright, come on. Let's get down here. I'm on a field here. But if you look in places like that, and like that there, there's plenty of them all over. Well, this is... there's actually graves under where we are now, on this field. But the gravestones have been took away. But you can still see the imprint, indentations of where the graves are. Where the grass gets a little bit longer like that. So, when you're walking over here, if you ever come here, you've still got to be careful. You know. These are soldiers' graves, these here again, these narrow ones. Which I always like to have a look, but with the size of this cemetery, you'd be here all day if you went to absolutely every gravestone. Sorry for the wind. Sorry for the wind, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the length of that. This here, if anybody didn't know who this was a Blackburn Giant, this. I think it was a world record guy for tallness. I'm showing you the little inscription on the board at the bottom, the little history board. But I don't know if I told the story in part 1, but I'll tell you something about this guy. Look at the length of that. Well, I've got a couple of stories about this one actually. This guy, I'm almost sure he lived at Mill Hill. And he lived in an upstairs flat. And when he died, and they come to take... When he died, I think he came home, you know, like in his coffin. From like funeral parlour and things like that. But what happened is, he was too big. He was too big and too tall, and his coffin was too big and too long to get it out of his flat, because he lived in an upstairs flat. So they had to get the fire brigade in to take his window out in his upstairs flat, and they had to lower him down from the upstairs window. This is a Blackburn Giant, this. Now, I were just going to do a video just on this man alone, but I'll put him in this part, and you know how it is. You know, it's one tall grave, one very long place. Now, I've seen some pictures of this on internet a couple of weeks ago. Now, I knew it were here, this, but it had like a sand pit, not a sand pit, like a sandcastle bucket type thing, what you make sandcastles out of. He'd have one of them in it, but that's not here now. I'll give you a look at it, it says. The British Giant. So when he aged 29 he was. Ain't that brilliant? You know, I don't want to move Mary, so you can see this. Just bear with me. There you Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen, I have to walk back round, I don't want to step over. Guide 15th of April 1918. Frederick. Now big guy, much respect to you. Look at the length, I'll step back and I'll show you the actual length of the guy. Look at the length of that. You know, me and my friend once came with his mum here. She took photographs of us. And what it is, we both led down at the side of the grave, and he was still taller than us. Anyway, I'll show you this plaque. Look, the plaque is here for him. This is his plaque. One of the tallest men in England. What a guy. Just imagine being that tall. 7 foot odd. You know, if he was still around now, he'd be a basketball player, I reckon. Well, anyway. Anyway. Thank you, Frederick. Thank you for letting us have a look. And thank you for being here. Blackburn Giant, ladies and gentlemen. One of the tallest men in England. It's a pity. It's just a pity he only went to the age of what, 29, did it say? 29, yeah. Anyway, I thought I'd leave it at that for this one. There'll be an extra part after this. Anyway, thank you for watching. Bye.